Hi, I'm Greg Austin, Vice President of Marketing for Austin Pure Air, North American distributor for Nano air purifiers, the most technologically advanced, most powerful air purifiers in the world. The top 5 reasons you do not want an indoor air cleaner system that uses filters. First, a question. Do we really need indoor air cleaners that much? We keep our homes and schools and workplaces clean, don't we? We keep our hospitals and other health-related facilities clean, don't we? We keep our commercial and industrial workplaces clean, don't we? So isn't all the talk about deteriorating indoor air quality in modern America just a bunch of hype to sell products related to the industry? Well, it would surely be nice if that were the case, but it isn't. In fact, just like concerned scientists and medical authorities have warned us more and more over the years about the dangers of smoking cigars and cigarettes, and just like they've warned us more and more over the years about the dangers of driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, they have for the past 20 years also been warning us more and more about the dangers of our bad indoor air quality in every kind of building you can imagine, even in our own homes. You see, since the 70s, to conserve energy, we started insulating all of our buildings better and better. But by sealing in, if you will, our cooling and heating, we've also more and more trapped toxic particulates in our carpets, drapes, furniture, and walls. Even in our hospitals, where cleanliness is top priority, many people have nevertheless become gravely ill, even died from hospital-acquired infections, or HAIs as they are known. And airborne HAIs account for about 50% of all HAIs. What floats in the air indoors, where we live and breathe 90% of the time? Literally about 20 million particulates per cubic foot of air. And we breathe in a whole lot of those particulates every single moment, hour, and day of our lives. Here's just a short list of all the things that are too small to see floating in our indoor air. And it's all this little stuff we can't see that can really harm us by going straight into our lungs, our blood streams, our brains, and our other organs. Up to now, we've only had HEPA filters or perhaps some UV lights to even attempt to cleanse the indoor air we breathe. And there's been a number of difficulties associated with these. Here then are my top 5 reasons you don't want an indoor air cleaner system that runs on filters. And I'll start with reason number 5. HEPA filters are super expensive to replace, and they have to be replaced regularly. For instance, to replace the 4 different filters that one particular top-selling air purifier requires costs you, on average, $500 a year. Over the 10-year life of the unit, that's $5,000. Not good, you'll probably say. And the average size 300-bed hospital spends about $30,000 a month just to replace all the HEPA filters they use. Not good. Reason number 4, HEPA filters are energy hogs. Now, the pores in HEPA filters that the air passes through are necessarily small, very small. And this is what allows them to capture many smaller particulates that the regular filters can't catch. But to drive the air through those super small holes takes a heck of a lot of force, and therefore a whole heck of a lot of electrical energy. Your utility bill skyrockets when you start using them, whether in your residence, your school, your health-related facility, or your commercial industrial facility. What if I told you that some conventional portable filter-based systems for homes or small workplaces can cost you up to $70 a month in hoggish energy consumption? And in most applications, you need 2 or 3 of those smaller filter-based systems to address the square footage involved. You can imagine then how expensive the energy consumption is for filter-based systems for entire schools, entire hospitals, and other large workplaces. Reason number 3. HEPA filters can only trap about 10% at best about 10% of the total particulate count that's floating in your indoor airspace. Your health is still very much at risk with HEPA filters. See, they don't want you to know that. They hope you'll be fooled by all their claims that sound something like this. We capture 99.97% of particulates. Yeah, right, the particulates that are bigger than 0.3 microns. This is so important to understand. Even the EPA will tell you that the best any HEPA filter can do is 0.3 microns. And that leaves 90% of the total particulate count behind. That means about 18 million potentially toxic particulates are still floating around after they've passed through a HEPA filter system. And it's the small stuff, the particulates that are smaller than 0.3 microns, that can really harm you. Your nose and throat can sneeze or cough out the bigger stuff, and your immune system can handle those bigger particulates that HEPA filters do trap. But it's the small stuff, the really small stuff, all the way down to the nano-size particulates in modern society's air pollution that can waft on winds and breezes, float hundreds of miles till it sneaks inside your home, your workplace, your medical facility, and accumulates in the carpets, drapes, furniture, even the walls, even in the HVAC equipment, thus giving you fits with everything from allergies to asthma to COPD to general bad feelings like headaches, listlessness, and low mental energy. And now reason number 2. HEPA filters are incubators for the biological material they trap. This also is so important to understand. HEPA filters can't kill anything that's living material like viruses, bacteria, mold spores, and what they do trap because of the warmth and the humidity indoors, they incubate so that the filters literally become hazardous materials. When you have to change them, your health is at risk. What you really need is an air purification system that does not use these expensive energy-hogging filters at all, and one which is way more powerful in its efficiency to trap particulates, those millions that are left behind by HEPA filters. Thank goodness there is a world-leading air cleaner that is both filterless and economical. And that brings us to reason number 1 that you don't want a filter system for air cleaners. You don't have to settle for filters any longer. Fact is, HEPA filter-based systems are now old technology that's been around for decades, and they're now utterly inadequate while remaining super expensive. So why would you want to pay so much more for so much less when there is a revolutionary new technology that is far, far superior to the low efficiency, super high cost of HEPA filter-based systems? Now, if you don't mind paying through the nose to regularly replace all the different stages of filters in your HEPA filter-based air cleaning system, and if you don't mind paying 8 to 9 times as much as the filters themselves cost to also pay for the energy it takes to run the air through them, and if you don't mind that your expensive, energy-hogging air cleaning system only catches about 10% of the total particulate count in any given cubic foot of air that you're breathing right into your body, and if you don't mind that the filter-based system you're considering opting for will actually incubate the living material it captures, like viruses, bacteria, mold spores, and more, thus making the work of changing out these filters a high-risk activity every single time you have to do it, and if you don't mind knowing there's something so much better available now, then sure, go ahead and choose from one of the top conventional air cleaning systems. There's IQ Air, Blue Air, and a host of others recently coming on the market, making claims that nevertheless are stuck with the old technology of filters, no matter how advanced those filters purport to be. In good conscience, I just can't recommend those systems. But if you want to learn about a revolutionary filterless system coming from Finland and leading the world in every competition, you might just want to investigate what I believe to be unrivaled, game-changing air purifiers that have been proven to be well over 100 times more powerful than even the finest filter-based system, and which are way more economical in total costs over the life of those units. I recommend that you check out Austin Pure Air of Colorado Springs, Colorado. You can find them at www.austinpureair.com.